If something is liquid and there's no need for it to be frozen, please do not put it in the freezer. Kitu kama soda, maziwa should remain in the liquid state, but preserved. Hi guys, welcome to Dev Chat Moments. This is another day that we are here to discuss more and more on electrical awareness. And I hope you've had a great week, and we're here to continue informing you, encouraging you, and challenging you also on matters electrical or energy or domestic energy. Sindio? Here again, kama kawaida, with my friend Jeroboam, Kimtai.
Yes, my brother.
Ngeiwa.
Yes.
How are you?
I am fine.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
How has been your week?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Can I revenge? David Otieno Okoth.
Yeah. Umeipata. Full name.
Yes.
Full names. Thank you so much.
Asante sana.
Umeshindaje?
Umeshinda vyema. Yesu ni Bwana.
Amen.
It is, siwezi kataa kusema hiyo.
Bwana ni vizuri. Thank you. We had a wonderful time in church yesterday.
We visited you.
Yeah. Yes. It was so nice.
Yeah.
And the truth is, Yesu ni Bwana.
Yesu ni Bwana.
The truth.
My children were excited to visit you.
Well, I hope they enjoyed the Sunday school. I know we have one of the best Sunday schools. I know at least they learned something. Interacting with the children. Yeah,
my child was given a character to play. She told me. She played her mother. I don't know which skit they were trying to arrange.
Okay.
And then with this program, just as I was in church, Pastor told me that the son, kijana yake, mtoto wake, Kelsey,
our keyboardist,
immediately he saw us enter. He asked the mother, "Is that the man who does video with our Pastor David?" Pastor told us that with my wife. So this thing is
it is good.
Is valid.
People are watching. People are learning. Yeah. And we thank God for that.
Thank God for that.
Yes. I believe that out of the things we do here, you learn something and you'll become a better you, because that is why we are here. Become a better you. Thank you.
Yes.
Somebody asked,
yes,
what is the difference between a fridge and a refrigerator and a freezer? Now, are there differences?
Oh, right.
Yeah, because somebody asked such a question during our last episode.
We were doing energy saving on fridges.
Yes.
So we were mentioning fridges, we were mentioning freezer,
yes,
refrigerator.
Yes.
We were mixing words there. But I think we need to differentiate, because on our energy saving we mentioned something about about choosing the right fridge for you in the house.
Yes.
The right fridge for you for small scale business. So how will you choose? Which measures will you take to choose? So I think it is good for us to give out the difference. This will help out people on how to choose which kind of an appliance. Is it a freezer? Is it a chest freezer? Is it an upright freezer? Is it a fridge? Is it a refrigerator?
So you've talked
that
about,
you're supposed to choose
so many things.
So which one is which? So we need to go through that and help them out there to choose. For them to choose, this will be a little effective.
Okay.
It is not good for us to give information in a form that we would call half-baked information. Yes, we need to exhaust.
So my first question.
Yes.
What is a refrigerator? Or what is a fridge?
Okay. A refrigerator is called a fridge in short. A refrigerator is called a fridge in short. It is a cooling appliance for the storage and preservation of food. Now we have two things, storage and preservation.
Storage and preservation.
Yeah. Storage, especially for things that are dry, you just store them. But for the perishables, alongside storing them, you make sure they do not become stale or they do not spoil.
Yeah.
So you need some cooling appliance to now preserve them. So a fridge is designed for that. A refrigerator and a fridge is the same thing. So it is designed to cool and store especially food. All right. Yes, that is a refrigerator.
Wow.
And then it is very important for us to know that bigger fridges have two compartments. The freezer and the refrigerator part.
Exactly.
All right. So it is one thing, okay, at a go. But the freezer of this refrigerator, okay, the two-door refrigerator, cannot store things for a longer time, and therefore we need another appliance that we shall talk about just in a short time. Okay.
Yeah. So there are differences between now the freezer compartment and the other compartment.
Yes.
Kazi tofauti.
Kazi ni tofauti. So unakumbuka last week we talked about thawing.
Yeah, thawing.
Yes. So you have one appliance, yes, but when you have put it in a freezer, it is the freezer in the same appliance. So we said you remove from the freezer part and then put it in a refrigerator part for you to thaw it. What we need to note is the work of the refrigerator and the freezer, the difference. The freezer stores frozen food to remain frozen. Frozen in a simple language, it means something has been cooled down until it's like a stone, kama mawe. But for the fridge, it just preserves it, but it doesn't change its nature. If it's a drink, it remains to be a drink. If it's milk, if it's the juice, inabaki tu hivyo. All right.
So we don't expect freezing inside the refrigerator.
No, it keeps the food in its state. Yes, without freezing it. Yes. So if it's a drink, utaipata
it maintains at the same temperature.
Now, if you want to make the cubes, you remember the cubes? Yes. These cubes, if you want to make them to be frozen, you put it on a freezer. All right? Yes. Hata kuna wakati sisi tulikuwa kwangu tunatafuta maji ya kudrop, hiyo ka ice cube ya kudrop kwa maji ndio ikuwe baridi haraka. So kuna ile kitu imemekiwa ka plastic, unamwaga tu hapo maji, you pour there water and then unaweka kwa freezer.
It makes cubes.
Ina make cubes. So that's the difference. The freezer freezes, but the refrigerator just keeps it at its state. But goodness is within a given time, bora isikae sana, ita remain kwa hiyo state ambayo iko ijaharibika. Yeah, that is it.
Wow. Those are good differences.
That is the difference.
Wow.
Yes. Now, what is a freezer?
Yes. Tell us about the freezer
specifically now the deep freezer. We have talked about the refrigerator, which has the freezer and the refrigerator at the same, but with different doors. But now we want to talk about a deep freezer. A deep freezer. The deep freezer is made typically to store food for a longer time than the fridges and these are the normal ones. Deep freezer. Why do we call them deep? Because nowadays it's not necessarily supposed to be deep freezer. It can be an upright freezer.
So not
freezer.
Not all of them are
deep. The meaning of deep is from top to bottom. So the door is at the top. At the top. So we have these other ones that it is upright. The door is it is
you just open it normally.
Normally. Others would call them chest freezers. Chest, because it opens like a chest. A chest, a human chest. But now this is different because it can store food for a longer time. This one is different because most of the freezers, deep freezers, because we are used to the name deep freezers, they are used to store and transport at the same time. So we have small, the ones are built in transporting like vehicles or aeroplanes or ship or vessels. They are used to, they are built in there for transportation of things. Okay, now a simple way of differentiating is, especially when you go to the market and find an upright freezer, the difference between this upright freezer and the normal fridge, now that the door opens the same, is the body. It has a thicker insulation. Insulation here means
the cover,
the body,
the thickness of the wall.
The thickness of the wall. Put it right. That is very nice. You've put it right. The thickness of the wall of the freezer, deep freezer, is bigger than the wall of the normal fridge. All right.
So like it ensures that there's no escape of coldness.
No
escape. Energy loss.
No energy loss. Yes. And then another thing, which is now quite technical, for if you are not able to pinpoint, then you call qualified people, is the compressor. Compressor ni mtungi tu. This is like something that keeps gas. For the deep freezer, it is bigger than that one of the normal fridge. And then the coils of the deep freezer are many compared to that one of a normal fridge. So these ones necessitates the cooling for a longer time. Yes, for a longer time.
So we have a bigger compressor.
Yes.
For the deep freezer.
Yes.
Than the normal fridge. The coils are also
quite many.
For the deep freezer.
Yes.
Than the normal fridge.
To
facilitate more cooling.
More for cooling so that the whatever is being cooled stays in that state for a longer time.
Okay.
Whatever is being preserved.
And I have a question.
Yes.
How do you translate that to in terms of energy consumption between a deep freeze and a normal fridge?
Yeah, it is relatively the same. This is because this is the reason why the walls are made with bigger insulation to prevent energy loss. Getting me? So the difference is when you buy this deep freezer, it's quite expensive. So it is expensive in initial stages. When you buy, meaning when you buy it is expensive. But the way it has been built, it stores energy. It doesn't allow energy to escape from the work. So this is the reason of this big insulation, bigger walls. All right?
Okay. I think that is good. That is nice. Anything about
now, the two uses of I have just put an example of two uses of a deep freezer. One of them is freezing of packed fish. It is quite on a lighter note to speak about fish when I have a friend here.
Fish is a good meal.
And you gave an example. You remember your story. And I wonder why you gave an example of fish. Right?
No, you see, but we ate fish in that village of Vera. Fish was the ugali, fish was the fish, is the kitoweo. Kila kitu ilikuwa ni fish. Unakula fish, ukishamaliza unakula fish. By the way, unajua box moja niliuziwa nikalipiwa na school fee kwa primary school.
Yeah, fish fillets.
Fish fillets.
What?
Bado zilibaki almost pickups mbili.
Kumbe ilikuwa fulani tu hapo.
The goodness, nobody died. It was just a simple accident.
Good report.
Nobody died. So we did celebrate on somebody's grave.
Exactly. At least hata kama ni gari inaundwa tu, si kuna insurance.
Ilikuwa tu nini ikanguka tu ikatoka na okay. Deep freezers.
On to our second work of the deep freezer is formation of homogeneous rectangular blocks of fish fillets. Rectangular, triangular, vile unataka. Now, the word homogeneous means something uniform something similar.
Yes.
So, if you want to do it, you know, when something is similar, it also attracts market. Mtu aweze sema hii kubwa hii ndogo or something. Unajua the eyes determine whether a customer is going to buy or not. So fish fillets are made in a way that are attractive. Now if you want to make the same thing repeatedly, you will use a deep freezer. Of course, with some containers to shape them or something. You remember when we were talking about
you would you put it in and then you shape them.
You shape them. You shape them when they are still.
So
zinabaki zikiwa hivyo.
So they use deep freezers.
Deep freezers.
Okay.
Same thing on making cubes. Your container, it is divided into the same measurements. Sasa when the cubes come out, they are the same. That's the work of deep freezers in short. There are many other things. Now the difference between deep freezers and fridges in a short, let's talk about it shortly. We are going to differentiate them in three ways. Its working principle, temperature, and sizes and shape. Quickly, now we begin with the principle. The compressor of the freezer, we have mentioned it, is bigger and has many coiling compared to fridges.
Normal fridges.
This necessitates lower temperatures. Okay, it makes them to be lower temperatures, because we need lower temperatures in deep freezers compared to normal fridges and refrigerators.
Yes.
Okay, so this is made in a way that the only thing that is different there is, of course, the walls for energy keeping for the freezers, and then the compressor and the coilings are many. So they will help you to bring down the temperatures lower than the temperatures that are necessitated in normal fridges.
Yes.
So longer time means the temperature is lower. Yeah, that is the right. That is right. Now that's the only difference in terms of temperature. Now let's go to shape and sizes. Just shape and sizes. Deep freezers is mostly dedicated to keeping things for longer time. That one we are repeating it more and more and more. But let us talk a little on the shape and of the deep freezers. The deep freezer is nowadays made in a way that is the one that we have been saying it is upright.
Yes.
It is available, the upright one. The upright one. You open it like the other one. Okay. Now, it is available in different shapes, the deep freezers nowadays. It's not like the normal one we know. The way you dip, you put it from up and down, bottom. Yes. But we have these other ones. But remember, the difference is the thickness of the wall. This is what makes the difference between the deep freezer, the chest freezer, the upright deep freezer, and
the refrigerator, normal refrigerator.
I have said 3 names there. Deep freezer, chest freezer, upright deep freezer is the same thing, but the shape is what is different. So this is different from the normal fridges. Normal fridges are very big, small, but their walls are not as thick as compared to the deep freezers. That is it. Now that is the difference we have between the deep freezers and the normal fridges. Now point to note out there, refrigerator and fridge is one and the same thing. Refrigerator and the fridge is one and the same thing. Fridge is the short form of refrigerator. Yes. Deep freezer, chest freezer, upright deep freezer is one and the same thing. Difference is model and shape. That is it. Okay. But in terms of sizes, it depends with your need. So you buy if you want to keep more things.
So it depends in what you're going to do. What you want to preserve.
What you want to preserve. How big is it? Yeah. So this one, we are talking about domestic and of course small scale businesses. But when you go into bigger companies, something like that, we have cooling systems and something. But the principle almost is almost the same. We have a compressor, we have the coils, we have the walls of those appliances to preserve energy, something like that. But that is it for the deep freezer and fridges for today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. That is all we had, and I know now you know something. There's a difference between the fridge and the deep freezer. There are different names we can call them, but please, you only buy depending on what you want and what you want to preserve. So in the deep freezer, if in your domestic life you don't need to preserve so many things in a frozen manner, in a frozen way,
and if you don't want to preserve it for a long
time, so go for the normal fridge with maybe 2 compartments, with the freezer and the normal fridge. Know that, please, anything that does not require being solid state, if something is liquid and there's no need for it to be frozen, please do not put it in the freezer. Kitu kama soda, maziwa should remain in the liquid state, but preserved. Please put it kwa normal fridge. Kama ni kitu ya frozen, nataka frozen ndio weka kwa freezer. I think that is very clear.
Very clear now.
Sindio? Please give it a like, a thumbs up, and a subscription. Please subscribe to our channel as we bring you more and more. Sawa sawa.
Na clarification yoyote mnataka
andika hapo
tu kwa comment.
Yes.
Tutaishughulikia bwana.
Yes.
We'll take care of it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Again, my name is David Otieno Okoth.
And my name is Jeroboam Kimtai Ngeyoa.
Yes. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.